If you're new to the podcast community and you want to start a new podcast and you're looking for a platform that is user friendly, that has everything you need at your fingertips, that won't set any limits, that you can earn money, then I would recommend Anchor. Now, Anchor can be used basically anywhere. You could be in your car, you can be laying on the sofa in bed where you can edit, record, and upload. You can throw in soundtracks. Everything is there for you. Now, I use it because, it's user friendly and it is free, and I find it really easy to navigate without it being very confusing. Now, most platforms, before you can even try it out, you need to sign up and pick a plan. I like Anchor because I don't have to go through any of that. So I recommend it. Now, if you really want to get into it, I recommend you going to your website, anchor.fm, and, signing up. Or you can download anchor.fm from the Google Store, iTunes, and give it a try. So don't forget to go to anchor.fm, sign up, and I'll see you all in the podcast community. Hello, and welcome to the seance room, where we communicate with our dearly departed and the occasional annoying, frustrating, but friendly office ghost. The seance room is a place where we all come to discuss everything and anything under the paranormal umbrella. So stay with us, join hands, and enjoy the episode. Hey folks, so today we're gonna go back to my favorite website, Backpackerverse, and we're gonna read some ghost stories. I think I'm gonna do 2 in this episode. I'm not sure. I don't know. I got a feel for it. So this story is called "Escaping the Forgotten Phantoms in the Abandoned Subway." So we'll see how this goes. I'm not proud of the fact that many years ago I was a juvenile delinquent living on the streets of a major city. Having fled a turbulent home at the age of 15, I took off with my piggy bank, a backpack, and with high hopes. A month later, I was scrounging for food and hard-pressed to find a suitable bed when nighttime came around. I made friends on the street, called Mia, a 17-year-old girl who became like a protective older sister. We enjoyed investigating abandoned buildings and scaring the hell out of each other by telling scary stories. One night, it was raining hard, and we stumbled across a gateway across a tunnel that led in an abandoned subway. Something told me that it wasn't a good idea, but it had nothing whatsoever to do with the breaking of the law. Mia pushed forward and dragged me with her, getting us out of the rain but into a dark, spooky series of tunnels. It took time for me to get used to the basic sounds like dripping water, squealing rats, and far-off changs of metal. But what I couldn't get used to were the blast of icy air, disembodied voices, and the shadows moving across the walls. We both stopped in our tracks when an angry voice rumbled loudly. I grabbed Mia's sleeve when we heard, "Get out of here." We both screamed and ran for our lives. The thing was, we were lost in seemingly endless tunnels, and every turn led us deeper into the subway. Finally, Mia grew tired, and when we came across a dry section with an old mattress, she decided that we would stay. I cried and I pleaded with her, telling her that I didn't want to sleep on a dirty mattress, but she was indignant. Watching her lie down with her head on her bag, I resigned myself to sitting next to her and staying awake. She was soon fast asleep, and my senses were heightened as I strained my eyes and ears for any kind of threat. It didn't take long for the shadows to appear, some darting across the corners, others slowly peering out of the corners. I jumped when I saw an apparition of an old man in overalls and a helmet walking toward us, glaring angrily. He was transparent, yet very real to me. So I looked to Mia and tried to wake her up. She continued snoring. Shaking, whimpering, I asked, "What do you want?" He stood 3 feet in front of me and growled. I froze when he continued walking right through me, leaving me chilled right in the core and screaming. Mia stirred and punched me in the hip before going back to sleep. It wasn't long before more ghosts came out. I tried to shake her and yelled, "Wake up, look!" but she ignored me. Then I saw 3 people running around. 2 women in 1920s clothes looked like they were running to catch a train. And I saw a homeless man. Thinking he was furious, I asked him, "Please, can you help us?" He turned and he shook his head and then disappeared. Finally, I screamed in Mia's ear, "I'm leaving." This woke her up, and even though she complained, she came to. As soon as we started running through the tunnels, a bunch of shadow people rushed past us along with other ghosts. One young man who looked like old-fashioned policeman yelled as he flew by, "You'll never get out." We screamed and cried as we made our way in what appeared to be an exit, which was barred by an angry nurse. She was cackling like a witch as she skidded to the halt. Suddenly, Mia stiffened, and then she slowly turned to face me. My flesh crawled when Mia's eyes grew as big as golf balls, black and creepy. Then she walked off on her own to the tunnel. Oh, Lord. Why did you walk off in your own tunnel? That's dumb. And I screamed and pleaded with her to come back. I don't know. I'm not proud of it. But I was so scared I just barged through the exit door and into the rain, leaving Mia behind. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do, but I somehow made my way to the nearby police station. I frantically told the officer at the front desk what happened. He said they will look into it, but I don't think he really believed me. As far as I know, they never conducted a search for her. But why would they, right? I mean, to them we were just a couple of delinquent homeless kids. I never saw Mia again. Crazy. Very interesting, to be honest. I liked it. On a spooky scale, I give it an 8.5. On the spooky scale. On Denise's spooky scale. Let's see. Terror in Victorville. Are dead locals coming back from the grave? Ooh. I'm just kidding. So, again, like I said, this is a story from the Backpackerverse. And it is basically not local to where I live, but it's Victorville's going toward Las Vegas and Barstow off of 15. So, Terror in Victorville. Are the dead locals back from the grave? Ooh. Now, let's see what this has to say. If I can get my website open. Okay, there it goes. Victorville, California is home to a most disturbing road. Each year, residents in town report seeing a myriad of different spirits walking along El Ivado Road during the night. Never heard of that name. But I probably butchered it. And I speak Spanish. Jesus Christ. Even those who have yet to see anything paranormal along this road believe that it is known as the home of the dead little girl. According to the local story, it is said that a little girl once got hit by a car and died on Ivado Road. Now it is her paranormal stopping ground. The area has attracted so much attention that even a team of paranormal investigators visit the road. Now, one of the team members managed to capture the whispers of a little girl admitting that the spirits like to wreak havoc on that road. Corey had heard about these rumors when he moved to Victorville a few years ago, but wasn't sure quite what to believe. Now, it seemed that everyone had some story to tell about Haunted Elvado, where it became just statistically improbable that everyone was telling the truth, he said, with an amused shrug. Now, Corey decided that the only way to know for sure would be to investigate the road for himself. It was a Saturday night, and I hoped he stood up by a date, he admitted. I decided to drive out there, park the car, and take a couple of pictures. That's how the curiosity killed the cat. Keep that in mind, folks. Now, it seemed like the moment I pulled over, the road gave up an undeniably creepy vibe. Of course, I was also there to hunt ghosts, so I suppose feeling apprehensive is fairly normal. True, it is. But I wasn't out of my car for 10 minutes before I heard the sound of someone screaming, not that far away from where I stood. Yeah, it's those screams that get you. You're like, what the? Yeah, those. Now, I try to remain calm. Oh, my Lord. Every time they mention I try to remain calm, something goes wrong. I tried to remain calm as I hollered back, believing someone was hurt and it needed help. See, that's what you don't want to do. You hear somebody screaming and you see nobody, chances are it's a ghost. But things quickly took a turn for the worse when I heard the same voice begin to laugh at me, at my sincerity. See? Told you, people. It's just a ghost who likes to make fun of people. Something about the laugh made me realize I was not dealing with an ordinary person. I couldn't move. I was so frightened, Corey said, shaking his head. I started to feel strange sensations in my back, almost as if someone was slowly pouring cold water down my spine. I looked around, desperate for anyone to drive by and see me paralyzed in the road. All I wanted to do was shut my eyes, make the fear go away, but I kept them open, knowing I did not want to see anything. Well, you are out there ghost hunting. I was looking around when I saw the glimpses of shadow people appearing and disappearing out the corner of my eyes. I started to yell it wasn't real over and over again, as I willed my body to move. Eventually I took a step, then another step. I began to sprint awkwardly back to my car, terrified that the horrible woman would show up and grab my feet as I ran. Since that night, it does not embarrass me to say that I have become one of those Victorville residents who avoid El Elvado Road. Sorry, there's Demon Dog again. You always gotta wonder. These people go to locations and you don't know what you get. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the next story, because every time I go to Backpackerverse, they have these really awesome stories that it's kind of hard for me to pick which one I want to read. So we're going to read again from the Backpackerverse. These 10 genuinely haunted forests in California will terrify you. Now, if I can get my iPhone from stop going in night mode, I would appreciate it, iPhone. Okay, so let's begin. Forests and woods are often present perfect for a creepy night with friends. There are many forests in California, but some of them are even far spookier than others. Consider checking one out. Alright, so I believe that we're going to find a couple bucket list items here for me. Now, these 10 forests are known to be riddled with paranormal activity. So, grab your ghost hunting tools and hit the trails. Now, just don't say I didn't warn you, fuckers, because then you'll be like, Miss High told us to go, and you'll all go and get scared. Okay, so let's go. Number 10. See, I've always wanted to go to this particular forest because they have some awesome trees. And number 10 is the Redwood National Forest, ORIC. Now, this is a beautiful and popular forest, provides multiple routes where you can be in the mood to challenge yourself to a 9-mile hike or looking for a scenic and easy way to cross the beach. Now, it says that there are robed and hooded figures who walk through the trees. Now, many returning visitors who have seen these mysterious entities have reported suffering from chronic migraines, shudder-inducing visions for months afterward. Robed, hooded figures. That kind of reminds me like the Druids. Interesting. Bucket list. Coming in number 9. Laysan National Forest, Hat Creek. Now, Laysan is one of the national parks in Northern California, and as much, these is beautiful locations that you'll never forget. Now, Sulphur Works has boiling mud pots that are fun to check out. Okay, anything with the name sulfur, I don't want to check out. Okay, sulfur is not good for you. It's just going to make me think that there's evil coming around because of the sulfur smell. Be sure to keep venturing down the trail until you reach Bump Pass Basin. Bump Pass? Or Bum Pass? I don't know. Bum Pass. We'll go with Bum Pass Basin, where there are many colorful streams and ponds for pictures. Now, if you're looking for things to do in Northern California, be mindful of the yellow-colored orbs in this area. Some people have reported suffering from seizures the moment they reached out to touch the bizarre balls of fire. First and foremost, people, why the fuck would you even go and remotely touch an orb or these balls of light? Why? Didn't your parents ever teach you, if you don't know what it is, don't touch it? Apparently not. Ugh. Now, coming in number 8 is Cleveland National Forest in San Diego, California, which is about a 2-hour drive for me. Which is not that bad compared to the 8-hour drive to the Redwoods. Now, Cleveland National Forest is a fantastic place for those who are looking to get away from the noise of San Diego and prefer the sounds of a target practice. Okay, I'd rather do the noises of San Diego than target practice. Those who are in the mood for a hike should hit Lawson Peak Trail. Are you one of those friends interested in ghosts? Well, be sure to explore the trail right after sundown. Chances are you'll encounter an apparition of a woman who lives in the forest. Now, see, how do we know that there's actually a woman that lives in the forest? It could be. There could be an actual lady living in the forest, and everybody thinks she's an apparition. For those who have seen her, have reported that she has only bloody sockets where her eyes should be. Okay, maybe they're hallucinating. I don't know. Alright, here's another one that I want to go to, and it's about a 6-hour drive. Coming in at number 7 is the Sequoia National Forest in Porterville. Now, among the forests in California, Sequoia National Forest is the most well-known. Those who are looking for the perfect view shall climb Murotalk to really enjoy the wide expanse of the forest. Now, you climb Murotalk around midnight. Legend has it that the headless apparition has been seen standing at the top. Now, for those who approached it, have reported that the attempts to grab bystanders as it screams and jumps from the edge. Again, why would you want to walk toward it? I mean, some people are stupid. Were they born stupid? Are they, a few peppers short of a full dozen? What the hell? I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna start. Calm it down. Number 6 is El Dorado National Forest in Placerville. Again, that's in Northern California. It's about a 6 to 8 hour drive from Los Angeles, give or take. Now, as far as Northern California attractions go, El Dorado is home to many reservoirs that provide a perfect quiet place for a romantic getaway with your loved one. Okay, first and foremost, I ain't gonna go there for a romantic getaway. I don't believe in that stuff. That's too mushy for me. That's disgusting. That's gross. That makes me want to vomit. If I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go look at the trees and the forest and be one with Mother Nature and probably find me some ghosts. But do not take me anywhere and, give me a romantic dinner and romantic getaway because I'm gonna be like, bah humbug. I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna go find me some ghosts or something. And I'm serious. I don't do romance. Many people are like, what? You don't do romance? I'm an INTJ. We don't do that shit. Now, you can enjoy the crisp, cool waters and local climbing sites year-round. See? Perfect. Cool waters. I like the water. I like the streams. I like the lakes. I like the ocean. I've never been camping, but there's always a first. Now, if you stay at the campground near Crystal Basin, beware of potential late-night visitor. Jason? Because we do have a crystal lake this way. So, could it be Jason coming to get you? Never know. A ghostly figure wearing an antiquated suit has been seen wandering the campsite to campsite. A few unlucky campers have recently reported they saw the figure looming over them in their tents, holding a knife over their heads. I'd be like, excuse you? I don't think so. Number 5, Tahoe National Forest. Now, Tahoe is toward the other end of California. Well, like west toward a little bit of, I believe, above San Francisco, I think. So, Tahoe National Forest. Spanning over 6 counties, Tahoe is the forest that has much to offer and explore. Now, be sure to take your bravest friends to the Pacific Crest Trail around 3 in the morning. Now, again, why do people go out at witching hour and then they experience all this shit and then start complaining? It's like, it's possessed me, or it followed me home, and yada. Why? People don't learn. Sorry, I'm ranting because a lot of this stuff, people are idiots. Rumor has it that a creepy black mass has been known to leap in front of hikers shrieking. Oh, that sounds like my ex. Okay, number 4, Los Padres National Forest, Santa Barbara, which is about a 4-hour drive for me. 3, 4, depending. It could be 2 to 3 depending how fast I'm driving. 3 to 4 if I'm like in the mood. And if there's really shitty traffic on the freeway, it could be like 6 hours. Los Padres is a beautiful span of forest spread along the coastline. And trust me, if you ever are in California and you want to take a drive up the coast. Drive up, like driving up PCH. Oh my God, the view of the Pacific Ocean is beautiful. You can see dolphins out if you stop at the right time, you can see dolphins pop up and whales and stuff like that during the migrations. It's really beautiful. It's an excellent place for walks and hikes, or just to get away from it all for a few hours. I was expecting them to say a romantic getaway. I was going to be like, shoot me now. Is someone in your family interested in ghost hunting? We'll have them check out Los Prietos campsite. Late at night, you can see the specter of a young girl with a broken arms wandering in the area crying. When one unlucky camper was dared to speak to the girl, he claimed to become demonically possessed by her spirit until he was blessed by a priest. Okay. Alright. I don't know about that one. I'll have to get back to you my opinion about that one. Now this one is like maybe a 20-minute drive from where I am. Angeles National Forest, Arcadia. And mind you, I go here a lot. Angeles National Forest is made up of over 700,000 acres of trails, trees, and desert-like terrain. And it was on fire. Side note, Angeles National Forest. We recently in September had massive wildfires, and Angeles Forest lost a huge chunk of terrain to the fire. I think it was like over 40,000 acres or something like that. The shitty part is that when the rains come, that turns into mud. That begins mudslides. And a lot of the cities at the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains, where Angeles National Forest is, have to evac because about like maybe 4 years ago, we had a massive winter with rain and houses were destroyed, just like up in Santa Barbara with houses being destroyed and everything like that. That's how it was down here, and it got crazy. I was like, damn. See, that's the one thing. You don't want to build a house on a mountain, you don't want to live on a hillside, and you don't want to live on the foothills, because earthquake, fire, rain, and mud, those will be your 4 enemies. Be sure to take a road trip to Angeles Forest Highway. Just be sure to avoid the road right before the sun rises. Recently, local residents have reported seeing a misty white apparition that suddenly appear on the road in front of your car. Some people have gotten into accidents as a result. And yes, that is true. I was there with my friend 6 years ago. We were collecting rocks and stuff like that, and I like geology, so we were chilling at a park, where you park your car and everything. They had these really beautiful ponderosa pines, and the bedrock on this one cliff was so cool, but the sunset was setting. So I'm going around grabbing samples, taking pictures, because I was gonna text them over to my friend and have him explain to me the geology of it. And we were coming downhill. We were high up and we were coming down, and as we were coming down, we saw these little white balls of light that would float in the middle of the canyon and then disappear into the mountain. And we were like, what? So we try to follow it, and it would be like quick. It would go from one side to the other side real quick, and we were like, no way. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? And he was like, yeah. I go, that can't be an orb. That has to be something else. I'm all like, UFO? Because Angeles National Forest is also known for UFOs. So we were sitting there, like, he's driving, and we're like, UFO, or what is it? And then as we were coming down, we're getting closer to the entrance to the canyon, it literally stopped, like, at the entrance, and it disappeared. And I was like, this shit is mad crazy. It was crazy because every time we took a turn, it seemed like it turned. So it was mad crazy. I recommend at the Angeles National Forest if you want to go visit there. Stanlis National Forest in Sonora. Now, of all the forests in California, this one is the most secluded. Ooh. Enjoy an array of campsites and picnic grounds and escape the humdrum of everyday life. Ready to test your bravery? Now be sure to send them to the Utica Reservoir? Rumor has it that the apparition of a little boy has been seen in the water. And those who reach out to rescue him come back with large severe boils out over their flesh. Gross. And coming in at number uno, the forest of Nissen and Aptos. It's a great place to enjoy for those who enjoy a rigorous ride of mountain bike or just taking the glory of nature. I'll do the glory of nature. Don't get me on a mountain bike. Do you enjoy the paranormal? Be sure to be on the lookout for apparitions hanging from ropes in the trees. According to a local legend, the forest was once where several women were accused and hanged for witchcraft. I thought that was over with the Salem witch trials. Don't look at these ghastly women in the eye. Rumor has it they will curse anyone who dare looks in their black eyes. Interesting. There's a couple locations here that I've personally been to, and the rest are bucket list. I would go and investigate them if they were closer, but I like to enjoy the drive, and anything drive up the coast would be more than happy to do. But to make a 6-hour trip during the day and then do a ghost hunt at night and stay and sleep in my car with my bad back and my arthritis, and then get up in the morning and drive 6 hours back. Yeah, no. I'll send somebody up there and have them record it and FaceTime me as we're doing it, as they're doing it. So those were the 3 stories from Backpackerverse. Again, there was some beautiful color commentary in there by yours truly. So I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye. Have you ever wanted a podcast that is multifaceted? That your hosts are cool and down to earth. They talk about everything under the sun, including the kitchen sink, but they also are real. Well, let me tell you about Table Muscles. Now, Rob and Wolf are co-hosts, and Rob is a good friend of mine. They have a really cool podcast that, like I said, covers everything. They do conspiracy theories. They do shout outs. They support an organization or an awareness for the month. If you are going through a rough time, they make themselves available. You can hit them up with a direct message on Insta, their Facebook Facebook page. I don't know if they have a Twitter yet. But they're really cool podcast. Two really down-to-earth guys that keep it real. They're there for you. They talk about a lot of different things. So their podcast has a little bit of everything. Make sure you go check them out. It's Table Muscles. They're on every platform. They're on social media. Let them know that Ms. Hyde from What the Paranormal sent you. And go show them some love and support. They're fairly new, but, let's show our support. And they have a little bit of everything, so, they may have topics that you really enjoy. So go take a listen and see what they have. Don't forget, they're called Table Muscles, and they're on social media, and they are on all the podcast platforms. And don't forget to tell them that Miss Hyde from What the Paranormal sent you over. Thank you for joining us in the seance room. I hope you enjoyed the episode today. And I would like to thank all our new listeners, all our current listeners, and all our future listeners for joining us. With that being said, please like, share, and subscribe our podcast. We are on all platforms from Apple to Spotify to Castbox, soon to be iHeartRadio. So you can probably find us on all podcast platforms. If you have any stories you'd like to share, please go ahead and email us at whattheparanormal1977@gmail.com. We'll take a look at your story and we'll read it. If you would like to follow us on social media, we are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also leave us a message via the Anchor app. The link will be listed below. And with that being said, we close the seance room. And we hope you all have a good day and keep it ghosting.